life together in the Vineyard is all about the kingdom. The King has come, and his kingdom has come and is coming, and we're called to announce this good news about the King and his kingdom. So what do the poor or what do the marginalized have to do with the centrality of God's message? That's why there's more than 3,000 verses in the scripture that deal with God's heart for the widow, the orphan, the poor, and the foreigner. And it's the guts of the scriptures. If we cut out those passages, we've got a real holy Bible. Like, you can look through it. It's filled with holes, gaps, because this is the guts of the Bible. And that's central to kingdom theology. God actually calls us to participate with him, doesn't he, in announcing his good news and entering in and bringing his kingdom. And so whenever we fight for the oppressed, or whenever we amplify the cry of the poor, whenever we serve the needy, whenever we embrace the one who's marginalized, we're participating in the heart of the Father, and we're bringing his kingdom to bear. And that's so important. That's so life-giving. And it's amazing how his kingdom breaks in when we serve like that and when we join him in what his heart is all about. Yeah, the church needs the poor because they teach us our own poverty. Mother Teresa said it probably better than anybody else. She said, people think that I go to be Christ to the poor, but what they fail to understand is I meet Christ in the poor. And so in Matthew 25, when Jesus says, inasmuch as you've done it to the least of these, you've done it to me. You know, I was hungry and you fed me. I was naked, you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison, you came to me. All of these ones, you know, these marginalized ones, these ones in need. Jesus says we have the potential to meet him in the other. And that's so central. There's an awakening that happens to us when we serve the poor. We meet Christ. And it's a mystery. It's part of the nature of his upside-down kingdom. And that is going to, of course, take way more investment and time and skill and resources. And so it's easier to pass out tuna sandwiches and hot chocolate. It's way more costly to have to think about integrating our lives and thinking about what kind of holistic healing needs to come to people, and how do we enter into life with them in order to see those things come to all of us, actually, because we learn in the process and we're changed in the process as well. Justice is way more about prevention and not just intervention. Mercy is always doing the interventive posture, you know, and just showing up to intervene in this particular circumstance. But justice is looking at the whole and trying to enter in and make change for the whole. So whenever we fight for the oppressed, or whenever we amplify the cry of the poor, whenever we serve the needy, whenever we embrace the one who's marginalized, we're participating in the heart of the Father, and we're bringing his kingdom to bear. And that's so important. That's so life-giving. And it's amazing how his kingdom breaks in when we serve like that and when we join him in what his heart is all about.